Microsoft anti-porn workers are suing them for PTSD, claiming that Microsoft didn't really take care of them and they were forced to view horrifying images of child abuse, child neglect, child murder, and other instances of horrifying videos and images. This is filed by former employees Henry Soto and Greg Blauert, and they said they had a, quote, godlike status on Microsoft's online safety team, and they could literally view any customer's communications at any time. I don't know enough about what's in the TOS or the privacy rules of Microsoft in order to talk about that side of the story, so we are just going to talk for now about the PTSD allegations that are going along with this. So according to Microsoft, they say they apply industry-leading cutting-edge technology to help detect and classify illegal images of child abuse and exploitation that are shared by users on Microsoft services. Once verified by a specially trained employee, the company removes the image, reports it to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, and bans the users who shared the images from our services. We have put in place robust wellness programs to ensure the employees who handle the material have the resources and support they need. However, the two plaintiffs are saying that they did not get that, and they also weren't trained for this well enough and were, quote, involuntarily transferred to this department for online safety. Soto in particular said he did this. Basically, his goal was to have a good job at Microsoft, and they ended up transferring him to this department that he wasn't really trained or specially tuned for, rather, and that it gave him symptoms of PTSD, and with that, the inability to recognize that he had PTSD. So he would have sleepless nights, auditory hallucinations, nightmares. He suffered from an internal video screen in his head that could see disturbing images. He suffered from irritability, increased startle, anticipatory anxiety, and was easily distractible, according to the case. There was a wellness program that diagnosed these workers with compassion fatigue, which is usually something applied to nurses and first responders. They allege they didn't get enough training or wellness, instead getting extended coffee and smoke breaks and half days, which is not the same as mental health standards at all. I have a little bit of knowledge of this because I did work for an online safety team. Weirdly enough, is my first job. I worked for a company whose client was a major player at the time, and its name rhymes with Shmei Shmo Shmel. And I also was not trained to look at these images, but was forced to do it. And I noticed by the thumbnail what they were, and to be honest, I didn't view the images. If I saw the thumbnail, I would just report it straight out because it was really upsetting. And then I also worked for local news where I have seen dead bodies on crime scenes. I do think it made me a more hardened person. I think I was very nice before I entered local news or online safety. I don't know if I have PTSD, and that is not to decry people who do believe they have PTSD, because, you know, you do have to have a certain kind of mindset going into this, or at least training. Many people on the internet go to specifically shock and horror websites or videos. There's a few I can think of in particular to see if they can handle it, but it's one thing to dare yourself to do this, it's another to kind of be forced to look at it, and not everyone clearly has the mindset for it. I don't really like it either. I think I may have just realized I've changed as a person because of it, and that's a little distressing. Audience, do you think they have PTSD and others do too that are not going checked or that we're aware of? Please let us know below in the comments, and please like and subscribe for more.